G'day mate and welcome back to Factorio with me, JD. Last episode we spoke about a new Promethium hauler because Promethium science is actually what's holding us back the most. Mainly because it's very, very hard to get, and our little, Ender's here ship is on its way back. On its way back right now. He's carrying a little bit of science with it. It took some butter eggs out and processed whilst it was out there. But we need something a little bit bigger. This one has done, how many trips? 113 trips. And production spare stats all time. Science. 6.5 million. 6.5 million in the last, 4.9 days, however long that is. Yeah, it hasn't produced a lot of science for its vast amount of time driving out and back, so we need something a little bit bigger. But before I get to that, I'd like to ask you that very, very important question, that being, can I get changed with a new set of clothes, please? Yeah, also at the same time, can I borrow a like? Just like to borrow a like. I like borrowing likes early in the video, because, well, I want to have some legendary Power Armor Mark 1. Yeah, after I have some legendary Power Armor Mark 1, I would really like, I have no idea how much of this material I need, but if I just fill up the machine, well, I should end up with a legendary mech armor. Can I get those? Yes, go faster, please. Yeah, cool. And done. Right, can I have that, please? Oh, yay, more crap in my inventory. Actually, turn off trash unrequested, because that could be bad. Can I have that, please? Cool. Can I put that on? Hey, brand new achievement. Nice. Can I also empty that? Excellent. With that now emptied, can where do I have one? You. Cool. Can I grab one of these? Because we're going to get rid of some stuff. All right, first off, brand new armor. Brand new armor, fully upgraded. I would like some goodies. Obviously, I need one of those for right now. I want legs, definitely. Can I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? 7 seems about right. Can I... Oh, night vision. Ew. Okay, can I get those? Can I get those in legendary? Yep. Can I get batteries? Batteries is another one I want. Can I get those in legendary as well? And we're just going to have the bots put this stuff in my inventory. Thank you very much. Roboports. Can I also have legendary ones? We've been working on these in the background for quite some time. That is 400 robots. That's a bit. Okay, can I have one of those in legendary? Oh, there, and there. I'm a little bit short on the battery front, but we'll work that out. Can I have night vision in legendary? For the record, legendary night vision does nothing for you. It doesn't even have lower power consumption, but I want a legendary one just because I want a legendary one. Tool belts. Can I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it turns out. We're going to pull out one of those and put in a tool belt. Where's my tool belt? I don't have one. Can I put that there? I guess in this spot I'm going to have a solar panel. Can I open that back up? Can I have a legendary solar panel because I need to fill in a 1-tile gap? Can I also have 1, 2, 3, 4 of those? Can I have those? 1, 2, 3. Not that I've ever bothered. And also, can I have that? Again, in legendary. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. 3. Yeah, something like that. I think that's going to be the final setup for the armor. Okay, so I have some things to craft. Can I change you from this item to... What do we need? We needed those, please. Okay, one of them. Can I also copy you? Can I fill you? And then you need 5 pieces for that item. Can I change you to be solar? Legendary, of course. Can I... fill? No. Yeah, left click. You need 5. 2, rather. 2 and one of those. Cool, that'll do that. You can go away. 2 of those, please. Anybody? Anybody. Excellent. I'll have that too. Okay. So that's that. That's that. Oh, night vision. Can I have night vision? Legendary, of course. And then you need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And can I start dumping some stuff in here? I don't want you. I don't want you. I don't want you. I don't want you. Oh, I can't dump that in because the last lot's finished crashing. Okay, so where are we up to? I already have one of those. Oops. Well, now I've got a spare. You are missing those, which is missing gears, of all things. Okay, where is my ship? First off, Where is the hot rod? The hot rod is in orbit. Do you not have gears on you? You do have gears on you. Okay, throw those overboard. Thank you. Also, probably throw those overboard and those overboard. All right, that should make more of those for me, which should make my armor very happy. Can I have that machine dismantled? That should give me that. Okay, so I don't see shields here. All right, can we put down, just so it can work in the background, can I put down shield mark 1, legendary, shield, shield mark 2, legendary. Can I also put down personal thingamajiggy bobs? Cool. Can I have that instead of just go straight to there? Can I upgrade everybody to legendary? And speed modules? Speed modules. Speed modules are off the toolbar. I need more room on the toolbar. Oh, can you also have that? Can I have that, and that? And can I throw a substation like there? Just to solve all power problems. Okay, so you're steel and blue circuits. You're the lower class energy shields. You're blue circuits as well. And hot rod has flown away. You're full of blue circuits. Okay. Can I get you? Ooh, okay, that's going to take a while. I don't need 300 robots anymore. 50's probably heaps. Cool. This is my personal ship. It's been around doing personal errands, like picking up all sorts of stuff. Probably including 6,000 of those, because I'm going to need those for roboports and for... actually, not for those. Oh, for batteries. Okay. So, what else do I want to throw in here? I want to throw in those. And I want to throw my night vision when we get a chance. Can I throw that out? Can I throw that out? Can I throw that out? Throw that out. And that out. And that and that. Night vision. Lower class shields. The actual armor itself. The old one. Go on, crash quicker. Also, I just noticed I have this. And I don't have mold on request. Okay, I thought maybe I did. Oh, I have a shield. A shield. Okay, so the power itself. Okay, so first off, I need to have the slowest inserter in the world. Fill this machine up. I need to have fuel cells. Okay, we need to get some fuel cells. All the items are on request. We have, due to somebody setting it up a very long time ago, just a shiny rock or 3. Yep. So shiny rocks shouldn't be a problem at all. Dull rocks may be a problem because I, crushed the whole lot of them. I didn't really save too many of them. I was using them to upcycle uranium, figuring that I'd need more shiny rocks. Turns out, no, I didn't need more shiny rocks. I needed more dull rocks. So we are automatically crushing in some of the random rocks on the way in. But now we're, just taking any random old dull rock I can and hopefully getting this crushed. You're doing a very bad job. Can I do you? Here, can I do use filters, legendary, blacklist? Cool. Can I put you there? Can I put you here? And can I have a 3-piece belt? Yeah, that way the bots don't have to pick it up and move it. They can just, A to B, please. Okay. So that needs blue circuits. Blue circuits should be okay. That should fit into these. Fusion power cells. Okay, I need to get me some fusion power cells. 10 of per one of these. So we need to get some of those. I also don't want that. Okay. And I also need batteries. Batteries are waiting on batteries, which is waiting on you to come back. Okay. Whilst you're in orbit here, did you still need things? You still needed a whole bunch of those and a whole bunch of those. Can I throw that overboard? Can I throw that overboard? And any second now, cool. And can you make your way to Aquilo? All right, can we go to Aquilo really quickly? And you, can I change your recipe to be these, please? And yeah, and then I just want a very simple inserter and one of these. So, fusion power cells. Fusion power cells, when you make them legendary, don't have any more power in them, don't have anything, and the only thing you need to make them is ammonia, plus legendary lithium plate and legendary helium ore. Helium plate. And legendary helium plate turns into legendary lithium plate. So it just needs really legendary helium plate. And each craft is 1? It's 1. Okay, so it's 5 lithium for 1 power cell. And I need the hot rod to pick up power cells. Where are we? Power cells. Legendary. 5,000 of them, please. Cool. Alright, can I... Nope, I want to go back to a clue. Oh, that's not the type of chest I wanted, but sure. Can I shove more of this in here? I'm just going to have the robots do it. Like, this is a temporary build. I just need to work for the next, 10 minutes or something and crank out as many of these as I possibly can. And as soon as it's done, well, it's done. I don't really need legendary fusion cells in the future. Yeah. Okay, hot rod has arrived. How many are in here? There is 500 on the way. Okay. Can we throw another lot in there? 500 is probably enough, but... What do they ship in? They ship in 50s. And there's 76. Can I do... Like, maybe? 35. Let me just throw just a little bit more in here. Thing is, we have how much productivity? 200%. So like every single time I make one, I actually make 3 of them. So we're up to 6 available on planet. Cool. That'll do me. All right, can we go back to Aquilo? Yep. Scrap that whole build, and we're done. Okay, back to Hot Rod. Hot Rod has loaded up however many we have. Can I get custom? Can I get 6 more, please? We might as well fly them home, and then as soon as you're done, you can come all the way back to Narvis, and I'll kindly have those dropped off, please. Can I go to you? Can I make sure that when the ship passes by, I want to have this, and all of this. Cool. Mine, Mr. Zero. Cool. All right, with that done, that'll start that process. I need to come back to, because there's a number of things I want to get rid of, like those. But the other thing I need to do is I need to go a new ship. Now, last episode we spoke about plane modular builds that I had built previously that we could put together a ship in a hurry. And I have gone and put together a ship, and well, there are some important things that you need to know about said ship. The front of the ship's out here. That's the front. The rear of the ship is down here. It's a big ship. Yeah. And can I get that? And can I clip that there, please? What we're going to do right now is we're going to... Really? I can't see the right-hand side. No, actually, that does look like... Yeah, that is the right-hand side. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to let the hull start building out, because I didn't realize how big the ship actually was going to be, and I didn't realize how long it would take to build out just the hull. There is already 134,000 platforms in here ready to go, and I'm going to turn that on. I'm going to set you to 0, and I'm going to turn that on, and I'm going to set... can I add another section? Can I have this plus this plus this plus this, that from Narvis, and that from Narvis as well. Can I set you to 10, please? And I'm going to have times by 50. Yeah. 3,000. Yeah, I'm going to add a 0 on the end of that. Yeah, that's maybe too much. Can I go with 150? Yeah, 150 is going to be the answer. Cool. I'll do. Yeah, another 8,000 of all those, please, shipped up. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to leave this hull to start getting built, because it's going to take this, when the space robot finally wakes up to what he has to do, quite some time to build out the hull. So whilst the hull gets built, hopefully our hot rod... Where's the hot rod? Hot rod is already been. Okay, you've already been. Well, you can... No, actually, can you come back? You don't have batteries. You do have batteries. Can you come back? I would probably like the batteries. What do you guys need to craft? You need just a crap ton of batteries. Yep. Can we have you swing by? And please don't run away. Can I have all those batteries plus all those batteries plus all those batteries? Cool. All right. So with all those batteries, hopefully you can get crafted. Hopefully, no, they are all legendary already. Okay. You know what? Oh, sort of in the way. Oh, 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 oh! It's happening. It's happening. Nice. Yeah, we have like 500 in storage. Okay. So I have plenty of power. Okay, cool. Can I pull that one out? Can I get rid of that? And come on. And that. And also, can you get rid of that? Cool. Alright, so we're going to have those auto-crafted. When they're crafted, they'll automatically get dumped in my inventory by the wonderful bots. We just need a battery or 5. The batteries or 5 will take a minute or 2. But the other thing I want to do is probably turn on trash unrequested for right now. The other thing I want to do is I want to start cleaning up storage, because it's something I should have done ages ago and I just never got around to it. There were always other things to do every episode, but it's something I definitely want to make sure. Oh, if I run a decom planner over it myself, it removes my requests. Oh, we don't want to do that. What I want to do is I want to clear out storage. Because storage, especially here on Narvis, is a mess. It's just expanded and expanded and expanded. It has all sorts of things, like uncommon lasers. I don't really want uncommon lasers. I definitely don't want 50 tanks anymore, that's for sure. I did set up this down here, which is a very basic, just, you know, if I have greater than 50,000 rare steel, get rid of some of it. Try and upcycle it. 100,000 of the uncommon steel, get rid of it. Beacons, I just wanted to clear them out. We had all sorts of beacons here, so this is like, this one's clearing every type of beacon that's not normal or legendary. Solar, again, same story, cut down solar by an awful lot. So what I want to do is I want to clean things up a little bit. Okay, and you're unpowered. Oh no, you're unroboted. Okay, have a robot ball. All right, so what I want to do is I want to clean things up a little bit, and to do that, I want to grab myself a combinator or 3. I want to have selected combinators. Can I get a row of those? Can I also get a decider combinator or 3? And can I get a arithmetic combinator or 4? And also a cons combinator or 3. Okay. And can I also have power? No. Can I have recyclers? Can I have you? Alright. I want to have you and you. I want to have 2 passive provider chests. I want to have buffalo chests. Here and here. And then I want to input like this. Okay. Then I want to have this. I want to spin it and duplicate it. Then I want to put another set beside it. And I want to go red wire from here to here to here to here to here to here. Boo-boo. Okay, that's fine. Red wire to there to there to there. I want you to be turn off read contents, which is using you to travel the wire through. And then I need another set here that I can red wire into that and red wire into that. And then I want to take this and I want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, many. Cool. Can I get a substation? I want a legendary substation here. Let's go here actually. And that got me powered about, where did that get me powered? Powered at that one. So if I put another one here, that's all powered as well. And then I should be able to put another one there. And maybe even if I'm lucky, put another one there. No, can't put the last one in. We're just outside the power range. Okay, last thing I want to do is I want to have a robot here. And no, you are not part of the build. Robot here. And actually, no, let's do this properly. Like, it's going to have a high amount of bot traffic. Can I have more? Thank you. Alright, and potentially, because it's Narvis, I'm going to double it. Can I do that? Cool. And that's going to hook me in automatically into the same wires. Okay. You guys are all going to be set requests. Probably should have done this beforehand, but it's as quick as copy and paste over, and we're going to have every single box have the request set by the circuit network. Cool. Can I copy that? Can I put that? There. Cool. All right. So now what I want to do, I want to have, well, a few things. Can I put you guys up here? Can I grab 3 of you guys? We're gonna put you here. And I want one of these as well. Okay. So the first bit of logic is I want to come out from a roboport, and we might put this a little bit closer and put that a little bit further away. Okay. I want to come out from a roboport. Okay. I want to say, each item that is greater than 0, output each. So that's going to just remove any negative numbers I have at the bottom. I don't care about the negative numbers, okay? I now only have positive numbers. Great. After I've done that, I want to run that into here. And I want you to do quality filter, and I want to know the uncommon items, okay? And then I'm going to wire into the next 3 of them, or the next 2 of them, and I'm going to say I want to know about the rare items, and I want to know about the epic items, okay? And can I get this, guys, to move in here? Can I get one of these? This is the easiest way to read the output. And then I'm going to join all those 3 outputs together and wire them in here so we can see the output. So now I have every single thing that's in the network that is uncommon, epic, or rare. And it's just those items. Okay? Now, there's a couple of catches with this. I need to remove some items because there are some items I want to keep. In the case of, well, Narvis, we're trying to upcycle shiny rocks. I'd like to keep the shiny rocks where they are. That's pretty much the only thing I'm trying to upcycle. Yeah. Everything else I don't really care about. Artillery. Artillery. Where did I put the artillery shells? Did I put the artillery shells? I did put the artillery shells, didn't I? We've definitely got artillery. Where did I put the shells? Here. Yes, they're made with quality as well. Why Oh. Turn that off. Make more shells. Make all the shells. Yep. Okay, those. I want them in whatever quality. So we want to have a constant combinator. Yep. And I also want to have an arithmetic combinator. So I want to run whatever I type into this. Let's put in shiny rock. Yep. Yes. Okay. Shiny rock goes in. Also dull rocks. Obviously, I want to have dull rocks. I want to have artillery shells. Where are shells? Shells. Even weapons. Artillery shells. What else? I was going to say green circuits, red circuits, blue circuits, but no. Although I should make sure that we're not trying to import this group. Yep. We should turn that group off, and we should turn on the other group. It's just the legendary ones. That one. Cool. That's pretty much it. Okay. So I think I'm going to turn this on and immediately see something I want to keep. Let's just check this again. Shiny rocks. Dull rocks. There's nothing else I'm really trying to upcycle on this planet, so no, that's probably it. Like solar, no. Accumulators, no. Okay. So I'm gonna have those guys. I'm gonna have each multiplied by -1m. Okay. Output each. So now I get minus 1 million of each of those. Then I want to do the exact same with 3 of these guys, except these are not going to filter the quality. Oops, wrong one. I want you to do a quality transfer. So I want to do from direct selection from, yeah, I think it's uncommon to target signal each. Yes, so now it's taking in normal quality and it's outputting uncommon. Cool. And then I want that to happen 3 times. 1 for that quality, 1 for that quality, and 1 for that quality. Cool. So that's going to output all 3 qualities, just as we did before. Can I copy another one of these and place that in there? And then once you actually exist, we can read what you say. And you're inputting minus a whole lot of these. Okay. The idea is now, can I put you here? And if I wire you in on the red, and I have to wire you 3 together on the green, we should have negative a whole lot of these with a positive a whole lot of those, and therefore the should -1 another out. Do I have shiny rocks? I have shiny rocks right here. Okay. If I wire that to there, all the shiny rocks from here should disappear. They definitely look like they disappeared. They're all now large negative numbers. Cool. All right. So now I have large negative numbers. Can I once again copy your settings? So you are going to be inputting everything and then removing the negatives. That's all you do. So these negative numbers don't show up at all. And can I put you here? And I don't need green wires. Can I have green wires? What happens if I remove your red wire? Do you still remove my shiny rocks? You do remove my shiny rocks. Well, at least that's a way clearer way for you to actually read it. Yeah, okay, so can I remove red wire from these guys? Just to sort of unconfuse things a little bit. I'm going to remove that. I'm going to remove that. Cool. So, this is going to be my output. These are all my different outputs. Okay, next one I want is another one of these guys. Let's put you this way. Cool. I'm going to wire into this, and we're going to say stack size. This is very, very simple. It's going to... Another one of them. It's going to output the stack size. Well, it's going to output a stack of every single one of those items. So it's going to ask for a stack of them. So we're asking for 5 rockets, 5 machine guns. If we go back to this one, and we scroll down at the bottom to the onesie twosies, I only have 2 machine guns. I have 1 rocket launcher. I only have very, very small amounts of these, but I'm going to request the whole stack worth anyway. Cool. With that done, we're going to wire this signal into here, which is instantly going to kick this into action. And we're going to have some very angry bots that need to come and bring things to the network. And you notice things are being disappeared instantly because the bots are coming across and it's being removed from the network, so it turns into a negative signal, so then it's no longer in the request group. But this is going to make all the bots go very, very mad, emptying storage, bringing it all into here, where we're going to crush it with quality. Why are we crushing it with quality? Because there's a chance I might get legendaries. It's a low chance, you know, I'm going to get some legendaries. Are the legendaries ones I want? I have no idea. If they're not, I'll just add a new constant combinator, just plugged in, just say, hey, all these legendaries I don't want, you know. Legendary wooden power balls might be something you don't want. I don't really want them. I cash rate too. I wouldn't mind having them, but I don't really want them because I keep using them to mark things for deconstruction, which probably means I don't want them actually built. All right, so that's one thing I want to set up, and as always, I'll make sure this is a blueprint available to those financially support the channel. Those on Patreon, if you don't want to have it as a blueprint, you want to go through and build it yourself, we've gone through all the whole process, you can set one of these up. The only thing you're going to have to remember is this little combinator here, you'll have to customize according to every planet. But apart from that, that is done, and that should clear out storage from here slowly. It's going to take a while. There's also some things you might want to put in here just as a permanent delete list, like ammo, actually. I wouldn't mind putting ammo on here with a flat, and actually it's something you can do. You still have access to these. You can put in a flat request. You know, I want to get rid of any ammo that's above 1,000. If we look at magazine, I have 129,000. Because obviously some ships have been over in orbit and they've thrown over their excess ammo after an upgrade or whatever, and it just sits in storage. I don't really launch ammo back up, so yeah, something I might want to consider. And actually, I might consider it down here straight away. You're doing all the other solar panels. I don't need that anymore. Can I change you to ammo, yellow, and can I change you to be yellow ammo over 1,000. That sounds good to me. And you can go there. You are doing humanos. I don't need that anymore. Can I do the same here? You're going to be rockets, and you're going to be rockets, and you're going to be rockets. Cool. Cut, paste. And then that would be those two. So just delete that and paste that there. Delete that, paste that there. Delete that. Delete that, delete that. Also means stuff like this. All my random speed modules that have shown up from whatever reason, they're going to go away as well, because they now fall in a quality category, and because I'm crushing anything in quality that's not, you know, a quality I'm actually planning on using, goodbye. Get rid of that, and get rid of that. Cool. So this would go here, here, and here, and yes, this is just still trying to crash through an awful. Actually, no, we've got down to 1,000 solar panels. Nice. Assuming I'm not making them. No, I'm not making them. But I have obviously been deconstructing some, or deconstructing ships that has some. So, yes, this is something I wanted to get done first. Meanwhile, our armor is done with some batteries. Batteries are missing time and patience. Oh yes. Well, where is the hot rod? The other side of the galaxy. Cool. Can you go to Navis, please? Yep, I want your LDS. And possibly your blue circuits. And I don't need that anymore. And I probably don't need that anymore. I definitely don't need that. And I don't need that. And I can't see myself putting together 100 robots, 100 spiders anytime soon. And that'll do me. Okay. So when you get to Navis, you can drop over your stuff. Obviously, I'm probably not requesting. I am. I'm requesting 500. No, actually, 500 is probably enough. I'll just have to put in a higher drop-off this time around. Okay. So with that happening, new ship. Yeah, this is going to take a minute. It's going to take a minute or three. Meanwhile, science is dead because we're... Oh, no, it's not dead. Where is the Enderseer? The Enderseer is in orbit currently, getting up biter eggs, which now should be launched instantly, which is after our change in the previous episode. Yep. These rocket cells are basically loaded and ready to go. And then whilst they're loaded, we're pulling out... probably should be the most spoiled. I thought that was changed in the original blueprint. Obviously, maybe not. Or it was, and then whatever one I copied from the top left and pasted everywhere was not one I fixed. But bottom line is, you should be pulling out the most spoiled from every rocket silo, and well, whilst it waits to launch, and then as soon as it's ready to launch, providing we've put enough in, we should get the next rocket launch, which means you can just sit here and constantly get eggs sent up pretty much non-stop. And you just are a matter of how long does it take to process that much Promethium, and that should keep our science moving for a little while. We're only doing 144. We're not actually bringing in this stuff fast enough compared to all the other science we're doing. But obviously, I need to give it a minute to have a ship be built. So what I'm going to do is continue with research. We'll get some of this. We'll get damage. Actually, can I just... Yeah, we'll just watch that go up for a second. Can I copy... Do this one, right? And do this one. Okay, can I do this one? Do this one? Yep, spoiled first. Okay, now with the whole set done, can I copy that? Can I put that here? And here? And here? And here. Cool. Alright, so you guys are going to get rid of the most spoiled first, yes, and you keep loading it up, and where were we? Hot rod, no, get back here. Second edition. Okay, 800,000 science per minute, yeah, I want that one, can I turn that on? And can I turn on 1 minute? 1.3 million science per minute, that's what we top out at. So, we're still waiting for the end of the labs to upgrade, but they only apply to Promethium science. Otherwise, it's the first half lab. So, can I go to here? They are 33, 34 long. So that means the first 17, this lab here. So, this lab should be running, except I'm out of blue science for reasons that I have no idea. No. We're out of green science. There's the wrong amount of science on that belt. Yeah, at some stage the belt got twisted, it seems, on red and green. Yeah, because they're on different sides. That'll do it. Alright, I'm going to go make a few fixes and then see if I can make the labs run even faster. Meanwhile, I will see you after our new ship has a working hull. Quillo can start, removing the extra stuff that we don't want on Aquilo. Fagora can also start removing the stuff we don't want on Fagora, which is probably going to be an awful lot. Holium plate in different glows. No, I probably want holium plate. Can I put plate in there, please? I said this will happen, but I'd instantly find something I definitely want to keep. Probably also batteries. Yeah. Yeah. It's fine. They'll eventually run out of things to crush. Or they'll crush it all. One of the two. Okay, gleba, same story. Can I wire you in as well? And you actually don't have that much. And then as you start crushing things, you start making other sub-items which also need to be crushed. Yep. Volcanus, same story. Can I wire you in? You actually have quite a sizable one because... Wow. Miners. Can I get... yeah, can I do miners and can I do foundries? Yeah, we should probably have them on the exclusion list. Old robots, old rocket silos can definitely go, as can pretty much everything else. All right, so with those done, Narvis is still working its way through its storage, 1,000 items at a time. Yep, that's going to take a minute. Oh, and actually, Fagora, I wanted to... I'll just add a box on the side. Can I have tank? Tank. Because we shipped a few of these here originally. And I don't want them anymore. I don't know where they are, but hopefully you can find them. Cool. Unless they're still... Nope, one's still parked. Okay, can I right click on you? Yep, that'll pack you up. And hopefully tank will arrive there. Perfect. You can also get crushed. Yep, okay. I want to see what happens when a tank gets crushed. Because I think it has stuff in its inventory. Well, it just disappeared. Outright. Okay. Alright. Back to crushing things. Yeah, miners, lightning rods, the whole works. Odd-sized batteries. Yeah, don't need any of that now. Okay, so with all that done, can I go back to our new ship? Our new ship has finally finished building the hull, at least. I feel like the front of the ship's not meant to be quite that straight. Yeah. Okay, so I want to put down... Oh, boy. Oh, actually... Okay, can I trim this? Because obviously I have too much. Alright, so the front of the ship. Front of the ship is going to involve cannons. That much I can tell you. And that should snap in right there. So, front of the ship looks something like that. Oh, we have the rockets on board at least. And everything else is going to obviously take a second or two to launch up. Alright, so that was one part I wanted to talk about. Second part I wanted to talk about was water. Water is about here somewhere. I don't know exactly where. This is, as I said, we're going to be building this from modules. So this is what the water looks like. Water is very, very simple. We bring in ice. It comes in on this belt. It travels around. We do get some calcite out of it, but basically, because of the insane productivity, well, the insane speed, and actually you're going to have some problems in you. Boop, boop. And we're doing artillery shell damage, which ran out because that science off being picked up. Can I go grab... where are we? I want you. That's the other one I really want to get. I'd really like to get that to level 30 if at all possible. So you produce an insane amount of ice with all the speed beacons around you, and then obviously the chem plates, we just directly make our ice right here. Explosives, which goes about here somewhere. Explosives. This is very, very much similar. You produce an insane amount after you have all the beacons of carbon, and that carbon and sulfur travel down here, give us coal, and well, sulfur comes straight through, goes on the side of this belt, passes all the way around the outside, and makes us our explosives with the sulfur plus a little bit of coal. You guys are obviously making the coal with some sulfur and some carbon. Carbon comes together, and then one side, you have a preference of that side. Okay, so one side comes out here, which is this belt, which should be enable, disable if I want to say carbon is above 15. Is above 15. Yep. Okay, so carbon's prioritized down here, so you guys all get a taste of carbon. You need 5 carbon to 1 sulfur, so longhand inserters are fine for this sulfur. As for the carbon, like I said, it comes down this side, so you guys all get some carbon, and then it also comes down the side of this belt, where you can get a second dipping of carbon. And if it backs up to, no, it's the far outside the belt, that's right, and that's why we can use longhand inserters. If it backs up to this point, then we let the overflow pass out, which clears the inside belt, which has the priority again, and that carbon either goes off to the engines or to the side of the hull. Yep. Next slide, let's talk about steel. Steel is above and to the left, about here. Same principle as we've used before. Lots and lots of foundries, although we already hit the production limit because of research now for our steel, which actually means you guys get all speed. All speed all the time. Yep, all the speed you could possibly get. And the idea is this is going to produce enough steel for our railgun rounds. That's all it really needs to have to do. And railgun rounds are boring as hell. We do have one single guy doing our molten iron on this side. There's actually one on the other side as well, which gives us enough molten iron to do all our steel. Also lets us... Where are we? Right beside this. You're in the way. Please move over here. Also gives us enough excess iron to do... I think it goes about here. Oh look, they all showed up. Gives us enough excess iron to then do our ammo production. So we have a couple of guys making iron. Iron gets fed into 2 ammo machines, which then dump the ammo straight out and onto the outside of the explosive rocket belt. Explosives go... How do you output? This is the left-hand module. There's 2 explosive modules. So the other one goes roughly here somewhere. And it brings its explosives out here and then travels up. And, oh boy. I want to say has a splitter here. No, that's feeding in from the other side. Explosives go here and they go there. I can't remember how the explosives get to the other side of the belt. Haha! Random underground. That's how they do it. No, maybe? I can't remember. I only have pieces of the ship currently because I don't really want to overload you guys with loading in the whole blueprint at once. But yes, explosives come in. They share one side of the iron belt. That lets us make normal rockets. Normal rockets get dumped out to the inside, which then get pushed to the left-hand side of the outside belt. Well, the inside of the outside belt. Meanwhile, the explosives keep going down, and that gives us explosive rockets. Explosive rockets are less damage, but they have an area of effect, which means when you're out Promethium hunting, it means you have a better chance of cleaning out large amounts of Promethium. Next one we have was railgun rounds. Railgun rounds are dead boring. They are literally steel, explosives, and copper wire. So we have steel and explosives on the inside belts and a whole bunch of wire on the outside belts. That explains all the many longhand inserters, because funnily enough, it is a lot more copper cable than anything else. So this is, I think, somewhat speed limited due to the longhand inserters. I could probably, in honesty, do something like this to bring it closer and put in some shorter inserters that are faster. Maybe I'll do that when we finally dump the blueprint in. But that's another part of the build done. And I think that's it. I think that's it that I have on me. Engines are very simple. We are, as we know from, well, any one of our other ships. You have none. Well, that's a shame. Okay, can you duck over to gleba, please, and drop off 1,000 lasers? Oh crap, 1,000 lasers is not enough. Can you get Navas then? And can I set you to 1,500? Because gleba is having a small problem with natives. Yep. They're not friendly. Can I... Items are destroyed, that's fine. Enemies are being damaged. Enemies are destroyed on Navas? Oh. Oh. We recycled a prod mod or something. Can I... Are spiders on this planet? I do. Come here. Yeah, I didn't really consider that. Probably didn't consider that on gleba either. Or any other planets. Please don't have prod mods in here. Nope. We could just hope that you find prod mods and recycle the eggs quick enough, like this. Can I just get you here? Can I just do this and this and can I do biter egg? Biter egg. Biter egg, biter egg, biter egg. Even do the legendary eggs. And can we also do, just on the off chance, antibiotic eggs, antibiotic eggs, antibiotic eggs, antibiotic eggs, and antibiotic eggs. Cool. Can I copy that one machine? Yep, without that. Can I put that on this planet without the pentapod part? Cool. Can I put this on this planet as is? And this should take care of itself from now on. Yeah. I guess I should set these to spoiled first. You'll probably find they're set to spoiled first on the blueprint. Anyway, where was I up to? I was up to ship. No, gleba. Gleba has a small problem with the natives and just needs a bunch of lasers. Yep, okay. And where is my ship? My ship is here. Cool. Can you throw all of that overboard? Can I have a new request group? It's just easy with a request group, which is all the way down here. I really don't know why they added it. New ones all the way at the bottom. Can I put this up here? I want this item. I want this item, and I want this item. And you're going to be set to 0. You're going to be set to 0, and you're going to be set to 0. Except you're set to 0 on Narvis. Cool. So you can unload. Back to new ship. New ship has, we know from our other ship designs that more thrust equals better. So we basically want the whole hull to be thrust. So the plan is very, very simple. We're going to get thrusters. No, that tab. And where do you sit? You sit there. And then you have some funny business here because as I get a couple of these in, you need to go there, you need to go there, and you need to go there. This has blue fuel on the outside. Yep. This has red fuel on the outside. So all the fuel comes down the middle, and then somehow the red fuel gets from here to here, and somehow the blue fuel gets from here to here. It was a bit of pipe mess, but yeah. So that's the core concept. Oh, power. I already mentioned it's going to be a nice simple power block that's just going to be upgraded to legendary. So with that done, let me nope. Where did I put the blueprint? I put the blueprint in here. Yeah, let me just load up a ship. So the blueprint has been loaded. It's going to take a minute or 5 to build. That much I guarantee. It hasn't even finished calculating all the things it needs to request. Awesome. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build this between levels. I'm going to have the hot rod go back and forth because he needs to, well, go pick up an awful lot of underground belts because Narvis doesn't have nearly enough production to actually make sure that we have belts quick enough, and I cannot be bothered upgrading this to foundry style. So we're just going to keep this running with, well, assemblers. Yeah, I really don't care about the production loss. It means nothing to me at this point. I just want to have my ship built. I also need to probably pre-stock it with a whole lot of materials so it can be ready to go, so to speak, because our net plan for the next episode is to head out to the Shadow Planet. But with a tiny ship to build, Oh, it's putting down what has in inventory. Can I turn that on? I lost the other request. Yep. 5,000. 5,000. And also 5,000 from Narvis. Yep. yeah, we're just going to have to wait. 25,000. Cool. We're just going to have to wait for some items to get launched up and the ship to start building. But like I said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this episode here. Next episode, we're going to send this ship off. Hopefully I get a whole bunch of asteroid productivity done in the meantime. Because literally we have nothing else to do but wait for science and wait for the ship to be built. And I'm going to also have to pre-buffer it, whether that means launching the material up or taking the easy route. Well, actually, it's probably going to be a harder route of flying the ship around and gathering resources. I don't know, but we'll find that out in the very next episode. Either way, I'm going to leave this here. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. I'll see you in the very next episode. Bye.